India's education system is fundamentally changing. Walk through any area in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, or Chennai, you'll see a trend. Schools that charged annual fees of 50,000 to 80,000 rupees are slowly disappearing. And in their place, you will see schools with global or international in their name. These are schools where even kindergarten fee is anywhere between 4 to 5 lakh rupees, and annual fee can go as high as 8 to 10 lakh rupees. 8 to 10 lakh rupees just for a single year. Essentially, we are left with two types of schools. The ultra premium international global schools where it costs a bomb to study, or government or trust run schools where annual fees is either nothing or 20-30,000 rupees annually. The middle layer of affordable quality schools for the middle class in India are slowly disappearing. But why is this happening? If you're wondering that, stick with us because that's exactly what we're going to break down in this episode of FinShots TV. FinShots TV is now a part of Zerodha 01 network. Together, we plan on bringing you stories that impact your day-to-day lives, sometimes without you even realizing it. So do like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Alright, let's take it from the top. A local circle survey from 2025 shows that 81% parents are facing drastic fee hikes. That too, this is happening in the past few years. 44% of these parents are complaining that the fees have gone up 50 to 80%, and some of them are saying the fees have gone up even 100%. This sounds troubling. But on what basis are schools even hiking this fee? Well, this trend has actually been going on from 2020. This is back when the schools blamed the pandemic for the need of rapid digitization. The COVID-19 pandemic hit schools out of the blue, like it did to many other sectors as well. Schools weren't ready to go remote overnight. They didn't have the right infrastructure, they didn't have the right skill sets among teachers. So they had to pay for both, which means you had to pay for it through the school fee. But that was 5 years ago. The digital infrastructure has already been put in place. Teachers have already been trained to take up this challenge. On what basis are schools hiking the fees now? Actually, schools say that this is for curriculum enhancement or implementation of global standards. But what does it actually mean? And is it adding any value to your kids' education? Well, to understand that, you need to understand the economics of running a school. Schools actually have two types of costs: fixed costs and tiny variable costs. Take a typical school with 1,000 students. The biggest expense for them is land. In any metro city, a school needs at least 2 acres of land if they have around 1,000 children. That's around 2 to 3 crores in annual lease or a one-time payment if they have bought the land. This cost is fixed whether you have 500 students or 2,000 students. But the variable costs like teaching staff, administrative and maintenance staff would go up as the number of students increase. So, for a school to make more money, they could either add more students, but this way their variable cost would also go up. Or another way is to make more money from each individual student. All you have to do is give your school an updo. Call it global curriculum or international standards backed. Join a big school chain. The same school, same teachers, same building. But this way, you can make 100 to 150% more money than you were already making. And this is not speculation. This is actually happening out there. Take the case of Chiranjeev Bharti School, a school based out of Gurgaon. It fit the definition of your middle class school with quality education. The annual fee was around 50 to 65k. But a few years ago, it became a part of Delhi Public School Ghaziabad Society. The school was rebranded as DPSG Palam and the fee shot up 400%. And this is not an isolated incident. This has happened several times when affordable quality schools have been taken over by popular school chains. Take the case of GD Goenka, Ryan International School, Mount Litra School, Orchids International, and Vibgyor Academy. These schools take up affordable middle-class schools and then turn them into premium ultra expensive schools where the fees are 100 to 300% up than what they used to be. This is often justified with claims that now these schools are matching global standards. They have digital classrooms or holistic development, even though the core teaching staff, the infrastructure, the curriculum has barely changed. But you know what is actually a bigger irony here? Schools in India are required to be non-profits by law. But if that's the case, then why are these schools chasing profits? Let me explain. Well, as per the law, money collected by the school has to and must remain in the system. Extra money can stay in as surplus, but it cannot go as profits to the school's operators. The management cannot take any money. The promoters cannot take any money out as dividends. Sounds great on paper, right? Unfortunately, the reality is much more complicated. Private schools have found creative ways to sidestep these rules. Since they're structured as non-profits, schools are overseen by trustees who manage the operations of the school. But schools need vendors for day-to-day services. Everything from infrastructure to uniform, textbooks, staffing, etc. Ideally, all these services should be procured through arm's length transactions. But that's not what usually happens. Often, trustees or their close associates set up for-profit companies that act as vendors of the school. These companies provide services, sometimes at inflated prices, to the school. This way allows the trustees or the management to take out profit from the school without actually breaking any law. So technically, schools comply with the letter of the law, but not in spirit. This actually happens in India. I'm linking examples to this in the comment section. This system explains why fee hikes are so aggressive. The thing is, for most families in India, education is the last expense they'll cut, even in tough times. This inelastic demand has made education a lucrative business, especially in a country with a massive young population. And you know what? This opportunity is not lost on sophisticated investors, especially private equity funds. They see a massive opportunity of being able to mint money from Indian school system. They are investing heavily in these school management companies who are sister companies of the trusts that run these schools. We actually made a video on this detailing which school is under which private equity. You can check it out here. So what do you think is going to happen next? Do you think there is ever going to be a cap at how much school fees rise? Or are we going to let the system go loose and see the disappearing of middle class schools? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to FinShots TV for more.